Hello, friends, and welcome into another episode of Trust the Tape. He's a trustworthy guy, so I know that he'll be here in a sec. I texted him earlier this morning. Today we have a couple different things to go over, including Trayvon Diggs being ready, almost ready, ready-ish for the season to get going, which is badass. That's the hot dog and the bun.
Now this is a hot dog bun.
I think it's a hot dog, too.
What's funny, Bville, in the chat before we even get started. Trayvon Diggs is going to make the 53-man roster right out of the gate. So there's not going to be any physically unable to perform list. There's not going to be any injured reserve list. None of that stuff's happening. Our guy seems pretty darn validated for the way that he went about his offseason, even if it cost him $500,000. Could you imagine not getting $500,000 you thought you were going to get? Like, it's not like they took it from him, but he didn't get to have it. And that hurts. You know what I'm saying? That hurts. What's up, Brian? Hey, Brian.
Jeffrey, how we doing?
I'm kicking butt and taking names, just firing this thing up, just talking to people about Trayvon Diggs and wondering.
Well, I need to get a light for my office, don't I? What's up with this?
Oh, yeah, you just need to have a light that's in front of you.
Yeah, how about that? I don't want to. Yeah, I do. My one. Yeah, okay. I need to work on that. My apologies, folks. I'm here. I'm not in the witness. I'm not in the witness protection program. I swear I'm here.
We good. I do love, check out this first super chat. Go get Shiloh. We need corners and a Band-Aid. Shiloh is a safety, and he's not good at football. But I did see that happening in boy, people love talking about the Browns quarterbacks.
Man, let me ask you this. Maybe a reason why teams did not want to go through this?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Because it's not even just like, it's an entire fan base. Like there's a cult following there where it's just like, and now it's, it doesn't matter. I don't like to get racism is very, very alive and real in the world and in America. But Shedeur Sanders is not getting screwed in favor of Dylan Gabriel. Like they drafted a guy in the third, they drafted a guy in the fifth, and they're figuring out their roster. We're okay. Okay.
Guy's a good football player, man. Yeah. I think Sanders is a good football player. I had him as one of my top 30 players in the draft. So I have a chance to be way wrong about him, but I think he's a good football player. Is there things that you're going to have to work with him on as far as, the pocket awareness and things like that, taking sacks and maybe holding on the ball a little long? Sure. But every quarterback goes through that. I'd like to believe that he can kind of navigate those things. So, I'm a fan. I could also understand. I had him over Dylan Gabriel myself, but if you like Dylan Gabriel's not going to mess it up. Super accurate, throws the ball where needs to throw. I mean, he's kind of a version of Tua. I'm surprised the Dolphins didn't draft him, Dylan Gabriel, because if something happens to Tua, you get a left-handed quarterback that's kind of the similar type of a player. So you could your offense would not change at all with the say it's kind of a very similar type of player. I digress on Dylan Gabriel. I digress.
Tiny armed, super accurate man. That's my guy.
That's
my
him.
guy.
That is him.
We don't got to hate on Dylan to try to support somebody else. We don't got to hate on Dylan. Okay. We don't got to hate on anybody. We can love everybody. But anyway, Cowboys stuff. Shout out to Trayvon Diggs for being ready or ready-ish. Sounds like we will see him in the first 2 or 3 weeks of the season, likely at the latest week.
This is the latest of the latest, Jeffrey. Let me try and help you here a little bit, if I could. I was talking to somebody about this whole thing, and somebody in the organization.
Okay,
someone that would know these things. He says, my guy told me, he says, everybody needs to understand that just because we pulled the PUP designation off Diggs doesn't mean he's fully playing in week 1 or week 2 for that matter. Have to remove that to let him participate in the mock games and start the ramp up at practice.
Yep.
But all while he remains here, he's going to stay and run Wednesday, Thursday while everybody else is off. This is the 5th week of his conditioning. By the second game, that would be almost 8 weeks of conditioning. So that's kind of where they're at on that. They're trying to get him. So if you think it's week 1 or week 2, that is their battle plan right now, is to see if they can get him to 8 weeks of conditioning and then let him go to work.
That's good information, Brian. And it lines
Always
up
trying to be helpful.
It lines up with what my dearest friend and coworker Clarence Hill talking to Trayvon, it sounded like he was like, "Oh yeah, I mean, my goal is week 1." He's like, "But I will be ready by week 3 or 4 for sure." So it's like, all right, we're gonna get him early. We're gonna
There
get
you
him
go.
early, and then Deron Bland's gonna be real mad
And
because he's gonna have to play the slot. So he might want to sign his contract now. You know?
yeah, another thing too on Micah, they need Micah to, if Micah is going to do what Micah needs to do to play against Philadelphia, he's going to have to show up today and be a part of that.
Oh, that ain't
And
happening.
so it's kind of the same thing, but yeah. So don't expect Micah Parsons. If he doesn't show up, then then Micah Parsons is probably not going to play.
Well, then I would imagine that Micah Parsons.
If he doesn't show up, this week, and I mean he is under contract, but if he continues to sit out, then there's no way that he's
Well, but I mean,
play.
you run out of your leverage when the season starts and you start losing money. So I'd imagine he'll play his leverage up until it's gone, which is, oh, the season's here and I'm about to start losing all my money. So it's time to now it'll be time. So we'll see Micah in week 2 or 3.
Marcus, yeah, Marcus, new to the show. Brian, your light's bad. I said that.
Chill
Marcus.
out,
Yeah,
Marcus.
I'm in my office. I've got to get a light for the front of me if they're working on right now outside. So sorry about that, Marcus. I don't mean my light to be bad for you, sir. I promise I'll be better next time.
I've seen your churning content over there at Crown Global Media on YouTube. Make sure that you're following. I saw that.
Thank you.
Over churning content now.
Over 10,000 subscribers. So yes, it's been me kind of just being a half-ass doing it. Trust me, I've got cameras, microphones, all these things when it starts to come time to churn real content. But I do appreciate everybody out there that's I just try to just trying to feed the channel a little bit as I can. And if you follow along on Crown Global Media on our YouTube page, I would sure appreciate that, because we're going to launch this thing a week from today, and looking forward to it. I've got all kinds of bells and whistles. I plan on breaking down game film. We're going to do draft film over here. We're going to do all kinds of things. So really excited about the opportunity, Jeffrey. Thank you for allowing me to talk about it for a minute.
Of course, yes. Make sure that you're following there. Look, Brian's starting a business, and it's very important to support the people that you enjoy when they're starting a business. Okay.
Yeah.
Views on Crown Global Media, those are Brian's views. It's important to make sure that people, you support them, that you take care of them. Nathan's in here. We're going to do the Cowboys 53-man roster in just a second, because I have a deal that if I don't get 49 out of 53 right, I get punished, and the punishment's not fun. I think Jerry offered 7 or 8 years with the new contract info we got a couple days ago, most guaranteed money to non-QB, but Mike Ezedin said no because of years. I bet that's probably about right. If the stuff that Jerry is doing his podcast tour is accurate, when he just keeps screaming that he offered him the most guaranteed money and $200 million guaranteed, that's sure you did. Sure you did. Let's see what those guarantees look like.
No, he's mad. No, he's mad. Jerry's mad because he and Micah negotiated a deal. That's what he's mad at, and now
probably illegal, but what are you going to do?
No, but that's, I mean, there's probably illegal but all Micah had to do was tell Jerry, hey, I don't want to, let's talk to David about this. Mike, I think there's, and I've said this, I've been real consistent. I think there are problems on both sides. I think Micah thought he honestly could do this and handle it. And the fact that, through the Stephen A. Smith interview, that Micah's come back a second time, that's what I'm trying to figure out. If there's truth to that, Micah's negotiating with him. You show up the second day and start talking more numbers, more ideas, you're kind of negotiating with somebody right now, if that's the case.
No, Micah made a
fault. I am not. Listen. I am not.
Micah made a mistake, but Jerry's mistake is Jerry's mistake is intentional and predatory, whereas Micah's mistake is, whoops, I went and talked to the owner. Jerry's is very intentional, and he knows exactly what he's doing. He's talked about it for 20 years now, about how he attempts to intimidate during contract discussions, all the way down to manipulating who's sitting higher in a chair. Like, Jerry knows exactly what he's doing, and Micah is a silly young person who likes feeling important and being loved. And so that's fine. It's fine. Yeah. It's fine. We'll get it done, or we won't trade him. Either way.
Micah's the one that's going to have to tell David Mulugeta to go do this deal. That's how this deal is going to get done. Micah is going to have to tell David Mulugeta, I want the security of playing football. Go get it done. Agent works for player, not the opposite way around. So if they want to get this deal done, David Mulligetta, Micah Parsons need to tell David Mulligetta, go get this done. And I think the reason why we're seeing Micah act the way he is right now is
Because he knows
because he screwed up. He absolutely screwed up. And he knows that. And did Jerry screw up? Jerry knows he screwed up too. But Jerry
I don't
also
think Jerry thinks he screwed up. Jerry did what he does.
but
Anytime he can get a hold of a player and cut the agent out, he does it. He tries his best at this every time.
Yeah.
And he thought he pulled it off. And now he's mad that he didn't pull it off, but he thought he pulled it off.
Yeah.
Gross. So the Cowboys will just start without their best player, and that'll be fine. It'll be great. It's no big. Look, Philly's not even very good. You know, Philly's not good. You just run through him without Micah, and then he'll be in a hurry to come play because he'll be like, "Oh my God, I want to be a part of this." So I've started putting together. Does that mean I need to keep Micah off my 53-man roster? No, he'll be on there because they know he'll play in the first 4 weeks.
Yep, he'll just be inactive.
Okay, so I'll keep him on there. Okay. So if I don't get 49 out of 53, Brian, I have to wear clamps on my tipples during a show.
And it does not bother you one bit.
I mean, I think it's going to hurt.
It won't.
I think
not for you. Not for a man that's used to pain.
I am used to pain. I'm only kind of confident.
The famous group, the Police, sang about you, the king of pain.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Brian, I'm keeping 2 quarterbacks. My prediction is 2. My prediction is Will Greer's not on the 53-man roster, at least initially. I'm going Dak and Joe Milton.
Okay.
Are we good with that?
Sure.
Because I don't think you have to keep Will Greer. I think you can just
I don't have to.
On the practice squad and pull him up whenever you need.
Absolutely you don't. No.
Running back, I'm getting ready to be wrong, but I'm going Javonte Williams, Jaden Blue, Hunter Lipke, Phil Maffa over Miles Sanders.
I don't think Phil Moffat's going to be on this team.
You're a jerk. Maybe this one is just my heart speaking.
I think Phil Moffa has an injury that we don't know about.
Oh, well, he just played.
They're dealing with some shoulder stuff they're kind of working through right now.
Oh, that's a okay. Well, my list isn't final yet. You're telling me I should put Miles Sanders on there over Phil Maffa?
Yeah, I think the running back. Yeah, I think Sanders is going to be. We'll see. I mean but right now they're working through the whole Moffa situation. Things I'm talking about when I say they're working through it, there's discussions being had about what they need to do.
Okay. Brian exposing Jeff's kinks was not on the bingo card today. LOL.
I've just known the man a long time. He's a weirdo. He really is. So.
I am a little bit of a weirdo. And by the way, sorry if I missed this super chat. The Dallas helmet scout, Mozzie and Schoon. I don't know. Helmet scouting means not liking a guy because he's from a certain school. Oh, like maybe they liked him because they were from Michigan.
Yeah.
I don't know. The world.
I think they'll be interesting to see. Mozzie's on this football team, by the way. So when you get to the Mozzie Smith discussion, just go ahead and put Mozzie Smith.
Oh, I got him on there. Unless we can find somebody to take him off our hands for a year away 7th round pick. Which I don't know if that'll happen. Offensive line, Brian.
I'm
keeping 10. Tyler Guyton, Tyler Smith, Cooper Beebe, Tyler Booker, Terrence Steele. That's the starting 5, basically.
Right.
Nate Thomas, who's the starting 6. TJ Bass, Brock Hoffman, Awesome Richards, Hakeem Adeniji, no Lyle Collins.
No Lyle Collins, but I'm interested to see what happens with Awesome Richards. That might be, you say 10, that might end up being 9.
Oh, okay. He's trying to help me. He's trying to get me to, I can't.
I'm gonna
leave that for now.
Don't do because of me. I'll tell you when I definitely know something. Definitely. How about that?
Wide receiver 5, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, Jalen Tolbert, Cavante Turpin, Ryan Flournoy.
You've got him right.
Damn right, I got him right. Tight end only 3.
And by the way, Mingo turns into you're allowed to put 2 players on injured reserve to come back. They don't have to be on the 53 to start. So you have 2 of those, and I think he's going to be one of those.
Okay. So and at tight end, I'm only going with 3, and this one I don't feel great about. Maybe Princeton Fant should be on here. Maybe, I don't know. Ferguson, Schoonmaker, Brevin Span Ford. I'm going 3 tight ends.
That's it. And then with Hunter Lipke being the 4th guy.
Right. As a guy who can move around and whatnot. How can I get a copy of the Bry and the NFL helmet pick? Oh, you do look so happy with that helmet. I've never seen that picture before.
Yeah. That's from the Star. Yeah, that was. We were taking glamour shots, and that was one of my glamour shots.
That's lovely. Yeah, you need to make copies of that and then
I'm wearing my
send them
Super
out.
Bowl ring. That's the picture, because I was wearing my Super Bowl ring on that picture.
I think people will pay you to send them a copy
No,
of
they
that.
won't. No, they
Yeah, I think that guy who just commented absolutely will.
won't. No,
Let me see. Doodle-doo-doo. All right, here's where we're gonna get wonky. Edge guys / defensive
Mhm.
end / whatever the hell you want to talk about. Micah
Mhm.
Parsons,
Yeah.
Donovan Ezeraku, Marshawn Nealand, Dante Fowler, Peyton Turner, Sam Williams, James Houston. Is it too many?
I think the James Houston one is being talked about right now.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Like, if there's such a thing
Yeah.
as earning it, he
I
earned it.
personally, Peyton Turner has let me down. I would say that Houston over Turner myself.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, that's a tough one. But right now, they're talking about Houston.
Does Micah play week 1? What's your gut feeling? My gut feeling is no, because I think if you're
No.
a player trying to get a contract done, you use every bit of leverage you have. Micah Parsons' leverage runs out when the regular season starts. So you use every bit you have, which is right now. It's all you got.
Yeah.
Is, hey,
I
if you
don't-
don't get this done with me, I won't be able to play week 1. You won't let me. I won't be ready.
Yeah.
What are we going to
Yeah.
do? Give me my money.
Yeah.
And then they'll get to week 1 and he'll be like, oh, I am available though, because I would like my check this week. So I'm here.
Sure.
If you need me.
Sure.
Let's see here. Defensive tackles. Osa, Jay Toya, Mozzie Smith, Solomon Thomas, Perion Winfrey. 5.
Yeah.
On it?
On it. So you went. Did you go 11 total defensive linemen?
12. Because Houston was my late ad. I was going back and forth. But you're telling me maybe keep Houston and lose Turner.
I think it's one of those things you might go, and this is just my speculation on this particular one. I think you might go 9 offensive linemen and 11 defensive linemen.
That would be helpful, because there's a guy that I don't have on here that I probably need on here if I want to be right. And then there's another guy. There's 2 guys that I feel least confident that are not on here. And we'll get to them in a second. Linebacker, Sanborn, Murray, Leafau, Damone Clark, Shamar James, the end. 5.
Yeah, I think you got him right. Yeah.
Nobody Johnson for you?
Nope. Nobody Johnson. No.
Jerk. Corner, Deron Bland, Trayvon Diggs, Kyer Elam. Oh, I'm going to have to keep one more here. I am going to have to eliminate somebody. Andrew Booth. And then I put Zion Childress or Keemon Hall, knowing I'm in trouble here.
I think Keemon Hall's off.
Okay, so Childress. And I probably need to add Izzy because Diggs isn't available. I probably need Izzy, but I don't have him.
I don't think it's Izzy.
It's not Lil Mike, is it? The players love Lil Mike.
There's questions that maybe that there's questions they're asking about Carson right now. They don't know if they have Carson on or off.
Well, he would surely not be on the initial 53, right? He hasn't done anything.
Yeah, I know. That's what they're talking about right now.
Okay. Safety, I have 4: Hooker, Wilson, Bell, Thomas, just the standards. I'd like to get Elijah Clark in there if I could. I don't know if I have to or if I'm going to.
Yeah.
And then I got 3 specialists: Aubrey, Anger, Sieg. So here's my problem. I don't think I have enough corners because Diggs isn't going to be ready to play week 1. I probably need to keep another corner. I didn't keep CJ Goodwin. Well, because I feel like you've got enough young or new DBs, linebackers, etc. Flournoy does special teams that I don't think I need.
I agree.
CJ Goodwin.
I agree. But you probably have to include him as one of the specialists. I always put him over with the specialist. But yeah, you have to have a spot for him. I think that's what they would.
He's no doubter.
That's what they would say. That's what they would say. Me particular, no. I wouldn't do that.
Right. I just don't know how many years you need to. Like, we have a new coaching staff now. We're still doing.
I know
this guy runs down the kickoff bit
totally,
for a roster spot.
I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you.
All right, so I added a guy. If I add Goodwin, I got to drop a guy, which means I got to drop an edge or an offensive lineman.
I think you might go with the offensive lineman. That's what I'm saying. We'll see what happens with Awesome Richards and stuff like that.
How you feeling about Hakeem Adeniji?
Sounds like to me that he is in the mix.
Okay, we like that. If Adeniji's in the mix, and you're worried about Awesome. If a guard got hurt or a center got hurt, it's TJ Bass, it's Brock Hoffman.
Right.
It's not Awesome. If a tackle got hurt, currently it's Nate Thomas, but do they like Adeniji more than they like Richards if they need another?
I think they might. I think they might. Yeah, I think they might.
Okay, Brian. Awesome. So this doesn't even count as my 53 anymore. I'm cheating off of other people's paper.
I'm just telling you. I'll circle back. When do you have to post this up? 11 o'clock?
No, there's no deadline. It was just let me put Awesome back in there. I'm taking Goodwin off. I'm standing on principle.
No, go for it. I like what you're doing.
I'm just standing on principle.
See, the thing about it is, I think they really like Cornelius though too. You know, and maybe they like Cornelius better than Awesome Richards.
Okay. Yeah, they got a lot of randos when it comes to offensive line play. Should they take a flyer on Clowney? Sure. Somebody should always take a flyer on Clowney for 1 year and way more money than he needs just to see what happens. I think that'll be fun.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's my 53 kind of. If you followed us through there, I'm going to have to look at it again when I get to work and see what I've done to myself and see if
I will I'll circle back and find out about Awesome Richards for you. I didn't ask, but I kind of was hearing that maybe that it might be they might go 9 at that instead of 10. I know for sure they're going 3 tight ends and 5 wide receivers. I do know that for sure.
Do you know that I don't appreciate that Deuce can't make the team, and I hope that someone else signs him? You know, Deuce Vaughn is just so screwed, and I don't like it because I don't like when the world's not fair to short people. I just need you to know that. Deuce Vaughn runs the football better than Javonte, better than Miles Sanders, better than Maffa. Runs the ball better than all of them. The last 2 weeks, there's been pass pro moments where you're like, yeah, but watch, he's tiny, he can't pass pro. And then he smokes a dude in the hole, and then he sifts through and gets across the formation and stones a dude. And I'm like, what more does he need to do? And the answer is be 4 inches taller.
Nope, that's the biggest issue for him.
And that sucks because the only way to make a team if you're 5'5" is you have to be one of the top 2 running backs on a team. Like you have to be carrying the ball 10 to 12 times a game.
Right.
And be a primary back. Otherwise, they're not going to find a spot for it because they don't believe you can do other things. And I get it. I don't want him on kickoff with his little tiny tackle radius. I probably don't want him on kick return if he's not the returner, and I have Kavante Turpin. So anyway, I don't think Deuce is going to make it, and he's the guy that makes me the saddest because I think that he's an NFL football player, and I think if somebody gave him 100 carries over the course of a season, you'd be like, that sucker can play. You just can't find him.
Houston's the guy I'm going to feel sad for if he doesn't make it because I feel like that I think he's come in and given them everything they've asked him to do. I think if you don't have Micah Parsons rushing the passer, I think Houston gives you a pretty darn good option there. You know?
Yeah, if there is if the idea
he's actually him and Wheat have shown up better than, let's be honest, they've shown up better than Ezraku.
Yeah,
rushing the passer.
Yeah,
if you want to be honest.
Yeah, but we know how that is. Like it's not like we're trying.
No, I'm just saying. I love Ezraku. He's practiced really, really well. But for 2 preseason games, it's been a little. Now he's played on the left side more than the right. It's funny in this scheme, they've played their run defenders on the right side and their edge guys on the left side. Probably try not to give anybody a view of how these guys look. You know, so
which is kind of silly if that's what you're doing, honestly, right?
Oh, they're just trying.
The guys get ready to do their job. Like you're not showing tricks. You're just showing a football player going out and doing his job.
Yeah.
Like if they might line up Micah in the wrong spot all through the preseason, if he was playing, like, what are you doing? Just let's get ready to play football, please.
Yeah.
Sure would appreciate it. Does Micah make the final 53? Absolutely. Because they're going to play. What is this? What is this?
Yeah. It's our Eagle fans hanging out in our chat.
Well, shout out to the Eagle fans because I got to tell you, for a team that is the defending Super Bowl champion, I don't know a Cowboy fan that watches any sort of Eagles content But boy, there's a lot of
yeah.
y'all watching Cowboy stuff.
Appreciate you guys.
Y'all
Matter of fact, if you want to come over
honestly
and Crown Global Media, make sure you subscribe and like all those things that we do.
honestly, Eagle fans, Giant fans, Commander fans, those sort of fans, y'all are the reason that the Cowboys are the most valuable team on the planet.
No question. No
Because
question.
Cowboys don't worry about the other teams. Like you don't like them and you want to kick their butt.
Mhm.
I have no idea what any Eagle media is saying about their team.
Well, if you
Because I
follow,
don't
if
care.
you follow Elliott Shore Parks, Elliott will tell you how they win joint practices. He says under Nick Sirianni, they're 10-2 in joint practices.
They have a record.
My man grades if they win the joint practice or not.
I do think that the Cowboys lost the joint practice this year. If you were picking
If you were scoring at home, yeah, you're probably
I do
right.
think that the Eagles or the Cowboys lost this one. They probably don't have the best record in joint practices, but I love that because if he's serious, that's kind of weird. No, it's not kind of weird. I guess every time the Cowboys have a joint practice afterwards, we're like, well, if they were keeping score, like we do know who won the joint practice, and it's not always
my man Elliott Shore Parks. He'll give you the whys and the why nots, why they won the practice that day. 10-2. So under Nick Sirianni is what he told us.
I like that. What do you think? What do you think the Cowboys' record is in their joint practices?
They've lost the Rams a couple of times. I've watched joint practices.
Think so? Last two?
Yeah.
Took a couple of L's. That's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right. It happens.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a 53-man roster. Trayvon Diggs is going to be ready to go earlier than they thought. Does the Cowboys front office look dumb for being all mad at Trayvon Diggs and talking crap about him when he's the one that's ready and Revel's not?
They kind of feel like my gut feeling on this actually is that they feel like that if he would have been here, he would have been ready for training camp.
Okay, so they still are gonna. Okay, so they still think that he would have been better off had he been here. Okay.
Yeah, they feel like that if he would have been here working with their training staff, that he would have been ready for training camp.
Okay, all right.
That's my gut feeling.
I like Micah, the buddy cop film of Micah and Trayvon against the Cowboys. I think it's a lot of fun. I don't think it's very smart. That's another mistake I think that Micah is making sure that you show that your teammate in solidarity against the front office is the guy that they really aren't the biggest fans of all the time. I think that's a weird way to try to get your contract done. But hey, do what you want, Micah. Who am I? They owe Diggs an apology and a check for $500K. That's not how that works. You know what's in your contract.
The thing about it was that with the Diggs thing for $500K, that wasn't about the rehab at all. That's just about showing up and signing in for work in the weight room. That's all that was. He didn't want to be here because that the money for his rehab is not tied to his workout bonuses.
Well, he's saying that he wasn't at the certain amount of times because he wasn't in town because he was trying to rehab what he thought was best, right?
Yeah, he chose not to be there, so he forego the all he had to do was show up in the weight room and sign in. That's all he had to do to get $500K.
That'd be a lot of flights.
It's the easiest way to make money in your contract. It's the easiest way to make money. And he said it's not important. Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm as pro player as it gets. Just listen to the way that I talk about Jerry and Micah. Trayvon has no legs to stand on. Your contract says this amount of money is if you're here, this amount of offseason things. If you weren't there and you still thought you were going to get that bonus, that's your fault or your agent's fault. Like, you're an adult. You know what you signed. You know exactly what you have to do every offseason to get X number of dollars. So to be butthurt about losing money that you intentionally let go, like, that's you. And if you think that's worth it, to work out where you're working out and it's going to be worth it for your career, that's great. But to pretend that you're shocked that breach of contract cost you the money, like, come on, man.
Yeah, no, it's the easiest way to make $500,000 there is for a player. All you have to do is go and check in and show up, work out, and you get and then that's part of, they sign you in. And then at the end of the day, they give you were here 86% of the
All right,
time.
Brian, we love you.
Money.
Make sure everybody you follow Crown Global Media on YouTube. It is a juggernaut that is on its way to leaving the station now, and you're going to want to be on board from the get-go. Why? Because when people become business owners, it's important to support them at their deal. So Crown Global Media on YouTube. Make sure you're following Brian. Check him out on the Fan, Love the Star podcast, doing all right, all the things. I'm Jeff. I'll be on the DLLS Cowboys podcast here in about an hour and 45 minutes. So check out DLLS Sports on YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed. We're like 2 or 3 days from our 1-year anniversary. We're trying to get to 30,000 subscribers before the anniversary. I don't think we're going to make it, but that's our goal. We got like 300 left. So if you're here, go follow DLLS Sports. See you, Brian. Love you, buddy.